Greetings, starseeds and lightworkers. This is Ava here, and today we're going to be bringing in Pleiadian DiYeena to talk about the 12-strand DNA, how to upgrade, activate, and use this process for Ascension, the light codes, anything she can give around this information. I know there is a lot of seemingly conflicting information around how many strands, what's the activation process, what's the goal, like what is the real story here. So we're just going to dive right in and let DiYeena give us some clarity here on what's the true story around the DNA and its importance right now and what to do. So here we go. Greetings, star seeds. We love this term. This is such a beautiful way to describe yourselves, you see, because we're going to do a little bit of a side note. We know we have a specific topic, and all you humans love to have the clarity and stick to the path. Not all of you, but having the way. So we're trying to stay focused, you see. But we say first, we're here to bring the love. We're here to bring the love, you see. So we'll just stick to the thing. So you are wanting to know about the DNA. This is such a good news, because this is one of the primary reasons the Pleiadians are here to help the planet right now at this time in the history, you see. So we are here to help you upgrade. What does it mean to upgrade DNA, you see? Well, first of all, you hear about your scientists thinking that you have all this junk in your body, you see. Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that so silly and humorous to think about it, that creation would create something that was useless and purposeless, you see? Everything has a purpose. Everything is purposeful, you see. So has there been tampering with and like a turning off or a dulling down of the DNA? Yes, this is the case, you see. So we are in the process now where it is time again to remember the full expression of the human potentiality, you see. So this is why we're here. So we are really working to activate all the codes within the DNA, you see. And so this is your job. This is your job. Nobody can do this for you. Although it may seem at specific times in the timelines that all of a sudden everyone is awake, everyone is enlightened, so to speak, and everyone is all of a sudden amplified in the light, you see. This is going to be true, and it's already happening in a more gradual pace. For some of you, it feels very, very not gradual. It feels very much like system overload at times, you see. And trusting that you are given exactly what you can handle. That is very powerful, to know that you can handle that much, and it is really appropriate. So what your body is always given what is appropriate. So even if it feels overwhelming in your ascension process or in your activation process, know that it is still going at the pace that you can receive and you can process. So trust that if you are going through some sort of DNA activation or process, that you can handle it. You can definitely handle it, and you can really let it be what it is. Even if it looks like crazy shaking or different things that are happening, it's okay, you see. It is okay. You're not going crazy. You're not going crazy. So what we are working with then is you're going from the Earth Star Chakra in the Earth, you see, all the way up, you see. And a lot of you have different theories on where you like to stop. Some of you stop at number 7 dimension. Some of you stop at number 9 dimension chakra. There's correlation here, you see. And some of you can stop at number 12, and then others are like, well, I heard there was a 13. And then others have been like, well, I have a teacher that teaches about all the way in the 20s, and then maybe even the 30s and the 40s, and so on, you see. So what is really true here? Well, what we can say is that it is simply levels of perception. Levels of perception. So you have physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. That is like the 4 dimensions that you commonly referred to as all. Maybe you throw in an ether in there or something like that. But it is, you stick to 4 or 5, you see, in your realm, you see. And these are layers of perception, you see. So when you're in a certain dimensionality, you are experiencing life, you're experiencing consciousness through a particular way of perceiving. So perhaps you are really in the second dimension of emotion, for example, you see. and experiencing the world of emotion, you see. So this is one way we can think about it, you see. So as you begin to get higher in the levels, you are perceiving in different ways. And this is where we say you are activating different areas of the being. You can call it DNA, you can call it chakras, you can call it the different strands of activation points, but it is all correlated, it's all connected, you see. So if you're activating different codes, for example, people love to hear this is like a, what you would call in your word, like a buzzword, the codes, you see, activating the codes, you see, the light codes and the things like this. So you can use the word code, it's okay. Whatever word you want to use to describe this patterning in consciousness, we are really, it's like turning on a light switch, really. It is really a simple process of remembering, which can be as simple as providing awareness in consciousness to that particular aspect of consciousness. It is really as simple as that. So I will say it again. You are simply switching your awareness to that particular aspect of your beingness. And you are a multi-dimensionality being, infinitely so. So it is simply choosing to focus. And some of you are very good at this. You do like astral travel, for example. And you say, I am going to focus on this particular aspect or fractal of consciousness, so much so that you can actually bring yourself to different parts of consciousness, you see, and shapeshift and even transform and relocate and things like this, you see. So it is simply choosing to take consciousness and play with it a little bit, you see, and be aware of what is available in that particular dimension, you see. So we're working with telepathy and different levels of time traveling and ways that you can kind of work within the realms, you see. So as you are activating all the DNA, what you are doing then is you are literally just simply turning on, you see. So when we work with the core, which is the 13 is the core, you see, because we have to work with the earth chakra, which is underneath the feet, in the earth. And that is the place where we are really activating the connection with the earth and the cosmos, you see. And then that allows for the entirety of the communication, you see. And so, again, when you go up, you are really going out infinitely, you see. So it is, at what point in consciousness does individuality begin to dissolve, you see. This is really where we kind of mentioned before that it is really, there's a pointlessness to going beyond in terms of conversation, beyond a certain point in dimensions, because there is no you to perceive the dimension, you see. So there is no actual perception happening, or there is no experience happening, you see. But there are subtle layers happening within all the dimensions. And again, it is moving into further and further levels of oneness, which have such thin veil that is really, you cannot talk about it, you see. After there are, and this is where you really do have it more correct when you talk about like 13, because these are the more dense layers or concentrated dimensions that we can actually talk about, because there is enough density, there is enough form to create the conversation and to create the experiential awareness of a you that is able to have an experience, you see. As you go further out, it is really more subtle than that, you see. So you're activating different places of awareness in these levels, you see. So if we would like, you can do it with me, you see. We'll close our eyes together and we'll go into a little bit of a light code activation, you see, for you. So you can really begin to feel the presence of your strands, you see. And so remember that as we are doing this, what is important in this is the energy. So what we would like for you to do is to place your hand on your heart and feel the hand of the Pleiadians, you see. And if you feel comfortable with it, and it does not have to be Pleiadian if this is not your starseed family, you see. If you have another family that you know is you feel close to, use that, you see. Or you have another guide, you see, that you feel very close to. Call upon them, you see. And if you do not have anyone in the field that you are quite aware of in the moment, you can call upon DiYeena, you see. I can come and be there and talking to you through the screen at the same time. Isn't that beautiful? You see. So you can simply say, DiYeena, you can be with me, please, during this activation, and I will be right there with you, you see. We can be there in that way. So what we do is simply to feel the energy and give the permission, you see. So it's saying, yes, I give consent, you see. I give consent for this upgrade, you see. And you can speak that out loud or whisper it, but do this at a time when you can sit and actually do it, you see. So, and it is not going to be long. So if those of you that are wondering, we're going to keep it buttoned up, as you like to say. You see, it really does not have to be like all this long, drawn out, hour-long things with the pretty music in the background and all of these time and space and breathing and all the things. It can be that if you like, but we can do this in 30 seconds if you want, you see. It can be really quick, you see. So this is the Pleiadian way. We can make it really fun and effortless in its play, you see. So if you just want to close your eyes and place your hand on your heart, if you give the consent for the upgrade, and what you're doing is really saying, I am open to working with the subtle energetics of the Pleiadian family, you see. I'm open to that. And remembering that we are here bringing love and light only, you see. We are only here to help. So what we are going to say is that to close the eyes and imagine that your feet, and if you are able to, if you have one of those little like handheld devices where you can actually put your feet on the earth, if it is a comfortable place to do that, and touch the ground, that is very good, you see, in the bare feet. And if you are not in that place, just imagining that the earth is right under your feet. And under that you are imagining a beautiful light going down, maybe a couple of feet down, you see. And really beginning to feel a circle of light going from your feet to Mother Earth and back up again. And begin to feel it as a pulse. Feel it as a pulse. So it's like a heartbeat. And so it's moving in a circle, this little golden light moving in a circle from like the pads of your feet, like if you were just to walk on almost your tiptoes, but it's that paddy part. Where if you were to just like dance or move your feet, it's that part that really supports the most, you see, not the heels. Like if you were to lift up your heels, that part of your foot, you see, imagine that part is really the part that is creating that circuitry with the earth. In a circle, and begin to feel the heartbeat of the earth, you see, and begin to feel its resonance with your own heartbeat through your feet. Because it pulses through your feet, you see. So feel the pulse. Feel the pulse. Feel the pulse. Good. And then you simply take that circuitry. You're seeing that as a golden circle, like an oval almost, and begin to make it faster and taller. So now it is moving, you're still touching and going into the earth, but now it is going, instead of just stopping at the feet, it is going up to your knees and moving faster. And now it is going up to your waist, and it is moving faster. It is touching your root chakra, and it is moving so fast in this golden light, you see, and begin to feel the pulse of it through it, but you're amplifying the speed as you go up, you see. Good. And so you just begin at your own pace, imagining this circuitry of light moving in a circle, oh so fast, and it's getting faster and faster and faster as you move up, 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 and out. And that is all. And so you're starting at the base of your feet, you're just keeping this little tiny circle about 2 feet wide or 2 feet long, you see, and then you just make it go bigger. So now it's like 4 feet long, and then you make it go bigger, and now it's like 5 feet and 6 feet, you see, all the way up, you see. Meters and meters, you see, and then all the way, and you just allow it to go as big as it wants to go, you see. And see, in that you are activating your experience of the light, of your own light frequency. And this is as simple as it needs to be. This is as simple. You can come back to the realm of the mind, where a lot of you like to live in this very three-dimensionality world, you see. You're very concentrated in the mind. And so we understand the necessity or the desire or the leaning toward understanding with a fine-tooth comb what is happening in each particular code and what is happening at each particular moment of the activation, you see. And so what you need to do is just trust that you can really turn it all on. It does not have to be, now we are activating the base chakra, and it is the dimension number 1, and this is so not the way, you see. It is not how we actually move through consciousness. You see, we move in a much more fluid way that is always pulsing in the now. So if you can imagine yourself simply realigning with the light of existence that is always alive, that's all that is happening here in this shift from 3D to 5D. You like to think about it like that. It is a little bit more sophisticated than that, because we're not stopping at 5, you see. We're not stopping at the 5, you see. And so we are anchoring in all of the dimensions and expanding the light, you see. So really allow that to really be, you see how quickly you could do that every day. Just getting that going and just keeping in mind the speed, so that as you're going higher up, what is happening as the speed of the light is there is a quickening, you see. So just imagine yourself matching, and you can simply say, I am choosing to match my vibration with the 4th dimension right now, and feel yourself moving at that speed of light, you see. And then you say to your body, now 5th dimension, and you focus on 5th dimension. And then you say 6th dimension, and you focus on the 6th dimension and the speed. And you simply trust that what you are experiencing is accurate, because it is. So if you simply focus on 7th dimension, and you feel the speed of it, you feel the speed of the light, you simply go with that, you see. 8th dimension, 9th dimension, and you feel the speed. 10th dimension, 11th dimension, you see. And so you are expanding consciousness. You are not expanding your physical form as you know it in the concentrated 3D, but what is expanding is your light, which is still physical in certain ways, you see. And so your perception is becoming more refined, so that you are able to perceive what is so in each dimension. So this is what is being activated, is your ability to resonate in each of these frequencies, you see. So that is why you are just telling your body, now we are at the speed of 7th dimension, now we are at the speed of 8th dimension, now we are at the speed of 9th dimension, and just allowing yourself in your cells to communicate that, and you'll begin to vibrate at that speed, you see. Consciousness will begin to move. It already is. It is simply you're placing your awareness and your availability into that dimension, so that you are able to match and meet there, you see. That is all that is happening, you see. And this is in turn what is activating the DNA strands, reactivating the codes, is because you are making yourself available once again for these higher levels of frequency. So this is very simple and exciting at the same time, is it not? And you can go, I would say, go to 13. 13 is really, you go to 13, start at 0 with the Earth star, and really work your way through the 13, you see. And that is all. You just go faster and faster and faster. And you can go slower back down to really ground yourself in, you see. Maybe we will do one that just really walks you through. If you would like a long one of this process, you let me know in the comments, and maybe we make a longer video about that, you see. But I have to know if that would be helpful for you, if you kind of got the point, you see. If you get it, we don't know, you see, if it is helpful, or you say, oh, I got it now. We just go up and match, and then down and go slower, so we can get back into the body, so we can go do the day, you see. So this is like, you tell me. We are here to support you in what you are requiring to do this. So you let us know what would be helpful for you, because we are sitting up here watching all of you with such love and care, and we want to really make sure that we are able to help in the best way possible. So we'll leave it at that for now, and we really love this question. And there are so many ways to move within this question as well. So we trust that if you have more questions, you will ask them. And you will really comment and really begin the conversation, you see, and ask what you would like to know more of, and what would you like to talk about next, you see, because this is why we are here. It is not just me coming on here and talking all the time. This is really boring, you see. So that's why we're trying to build a community here, so that we can really have more conversations, you see. So beginning to let us know what is on your heart, and what is on your desiring, you see. So that would be very good. We love you all very dearly, and we will be again together very shortly. I can feel that in my heart that we will see you again. And I'm always here for you. The Pleiadians can be called upon like any guardian angel, you see. We can be with you. So if you feel a resonance with the Pleiadians, just know that you can call on the Pleiadians in general, the Pleiadian family, which is the collective here that is speaking with you, and you can call directly on DiYeena, you see, right here, and we can be in your presence, in the energy of it, you see, and that is very good. So blessings, blessings. We love you all very much. Keep doing the excellent work. I trust that this was exactly what you needed to hear today. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And those of you that are subscribed and are back, thank you so much for returning and staying supporting here on this channel. And if you have any questions that you would like DiYeena to answer, you can pop it in the comments below, or you can head over to DiYeena.com and put in a little message for your question. So we look forward to seeing you next time. Blessings.